Hi, I'm Shannon Miller with the Miller Elder Law Firm. I'm here today to talk about dementia and the 5 ways to slow the progression of dementia. And I want to start off by saying that the University of Florida has done an incredible amount of research on this topic. They actually have an ongoing research study that's currently underway that you can still join. They do want a caregiver. So if there's 2 of you, one's the caregiver and one's the patient, it's a great time to join that study. It's ongoing. It's been going on for a long time. And what we know from that research is that there are really 5 things that do slow the progression of dementia. The first one is proper nutrition. That's just what you think it is. It means a low salt, high protein, low calorie diet. We want to see our patient eating regularly. We also need that caregiver to stay healthy, so it's not a bad idea for you guys to do that together. And nutrition is number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list is proper sleep. So if you have an apnea or you have any issues with sleep, correct it. So that means using a proper CPAP machine. That means making sure it's clean. That means taking medications if they're prescribed. Sometimes it can just mean doing really good sleep protocols. We want to see 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night for our dementia patient. And that, number 3 on the list is proper exercise, and that means full body exercise. So what the researchers explained is that the body, we want to see fingers used, toes used, every part of the body used, because it fires the neurons in the brain. And that's really the key, is to get the neurons firing. So doing things like water aerobics, yoga, Tai Chi, whatever serves you that's going to be a full body exercise, that's the type of exercise that we want to see, because we want to use the neurons. We want to keep the neurons firing. Number 4, in the same vein, is brain exercises. So that means doing brain games. There's a whole bunch of apps and programs that you can get through the University of Florida website that can help you with that process. But yes, it should be very specific to cognitive deficit type brain games, because again, we want to use different parts of the brain as we do those games. Number 5 on the list, which I think is probably the one that people don't know about, and it's the one that I spend the most time talking to our clients about, is calendaring. And calendaring is a process where we would just get up in the morning and write down everything that we do during the day. We brush our teeth, we wash our face, we walk our dog, we make breakfast, we clean the dishes, whatever it is that we do as far as activities, make a list and put a little check box next to it. And then every day, as you go through that list, you put a check mark in the box. And what we have found is that this process of calendaring actually helps our dementia patient know, hey, did I have breakfast? They go back and look and they feel better. Yes, I did check the box. I know I had breakfast. And it keeps everybody on track. So we don't really know why calendaring has been such an effective tool to prolong the progress, but it has. So it's an easy way. Some people just use a whiteboard in the kitchen. This has become kind of a common protocol for home health providers as well who have dementia patients. What you will not notice on the list is medications, right? Didn't make the top 5. For medications like Aricept, we know that they can be effective in the first 6 months of diagnosis. They have to be prescribed early. They don't stay effective for very long. So there are some medications out there. We know there's some research that's going on in California that's incredibly hopeful. We don't have anything approved yet. So for right now, the medications really are not that great as far as progression goes. Finally, I do want to just very briefly talk about, how long does dementia take and what happens at the end. And it is important for everybody to understand this. So the normal progression of dementia, Alzheimer's type, is 7 to 10 years. What we know is at the end of this disease, And, I always have the clients, every single client comes in and says, I'd like to stay home and not go into a memory care facility or not go into a skilled nursing facility. And I always really have the kind of the real deal about this is that usually during the last 1.5 to 2 years of the progression of this disease, we do see a stay in a nursing home or a memory care bed. And that's because basically we can't either prevent the wandering or we cannot prevent the problem that comes when we can't get out of the bed to get into the chair to get into the bathroom. So once that happens, really a skilled nursing or memory care bed becomes essential. And so, as much as I'd love to tell you that it's yes, we have a lot of clients that are able to stay home until they die. The reality is it's more unusual than usual. So, but we need to have a plan and we need to be realistic about, what to expect. And, it's good to have people help you through that process. We do have an elder care coordinator in our life care planning practice who can help with kind of setting expectations and helping you through that process. If you need help with doing the planning that might come along with planning for dementia, please call our office. I am Shannon Miller, and we are the Miller Elder Law Firm. Thank you.